Imagine a world without cars, electricity, or the internet. This was the reality for people living in biblical times, specifically in ancient Israel. This era, roughly 2,000 years ago, coincided with the Roman Empire's dominance and the emergence of Christianity. Life was deeply intertwined with the land, religion, and tradition. Most people lived in rural villages. They worked primarily as farmers or shepherds, their lives dictated by the seasons and the cycles of nature. Understanding their world requires us to shed modern conveniences and step back in time. Life in ancient Israel began at sunrise, a time when the first light of dawn painted the sky with hues of orange and pink. The rooster's crow signaled the start of a new day, echoing through the quiet villages and waking the inhabitants from their slumber. Families rose to greet the day, their homes filled with the aromas of baking bread and the sounds of daily chores. The crackling of the fire in the traditional oven and the rhythmic sweeping of the floors set the tone for the day's activities. Women tended to household tasks, preparing meals and caring for children. They skillfully managed the kitchen, grinding grains and cooking stews, while also nurturing the young ones with stories and songs. Men went out to work the fields or engage in their respective trades. Whether they were farmers, shepherds, or craftsmen, their labor was essential for the community's survival and prosperity. Days were physically demanding, filled with manual labor and simple tasks. From tilling the soil to building structures, every effort contributed to the well-being of the village. Evenings brought families together for meals, stories, and rest. Around the dinner table, they shared the events of the day, passed down traditions, and strengthened their bonds. Sleep came early, under a sky ablaze with stars, marking the end of another day. The tranquility of the night provided a much-needed respite as they prepared to rise again with the dawn. Family formed the bedrock of ancient Israelite society. Households were typically large, often multi-generational, with extended family living under one roof. Each member played a vital role. Elders commanded respect, their wisdom guiding family decisions. Children learned essential skills from their parents, ensuring the continuity of traditions. Women held significant influence within the home, managing household affairs and raising children. Family bonds ran deep, providing support, security, and a sense of belonging in a world often marked by uncertainty. Agriculture was the backbone of the ancient Israelite economy. The majority of the population lived in rural areas, their lives intimately tied to the land. Farming practices passed down through generations dictated the rhythm of life. Wheat, barley, grapes, and olives were staple crops. Livestock such as sheep and goats provided milk, wool, and meat. The success of harvest determined a family's well-being. Drought or pestilence could spell disaster, highlighting the precarious nature of existence in this agrarian society. Section 5. Beyond the fields, craftsmen, traders, and merchants. While agriculture dominated, life in ancient Israel extended beyond the fields. Villages and towns bustled with the activity of skilled craftsmen. Potters, weavers, blacksmiths, and carpenters played essential roles, providing necessary goods and services. Trade routes crisscrossed the region, connecting communities and facilitating the exchange of goods. Merchants traveled these routes, bringing spices, textiles, and luxury items from distant lands. These economic activities, while less prevalent than farming, fostered connections and brought diversity to ancient Israelite society. Section 6. The rhythm of faith, religious observances, and festivals. Religion permeated every aspect of life in ancient Israel. Judaism, with its emphasis on one God and a covenant with their ancestors, shaped daily routines and beliefs. The Sabbath, observed every seventh day, provided a time for rest, prayer, and reflection. Synagogues served as centers for religious instruction and community gatherings. Festivals like Passover and Sukkot punctuated the year, offering opportunities for celebration, remembrance, and reaffirmation of faith. These religious observances provided structure, meaning, and a shared identity in a world often unpredictable. Section 7. The fabric of society. Social structures and their influence. Social structures in ancient Israel were hierarchical, influenced by factors like lineage, wealth, and occupation. At the top stood the elite, comprising priests, wealthy landowners, and political leaders. Below them were artisans, merchants, and farmers. At the bottom were the poor and marginalized, including slaves and foreigners. Social mobility was limited, with one's birth often dictating their station in life. This social stratification influenced access to resources, opportunities, and justice, shaping the realities of daily life for different segments of society. Section 8. Challenges and Triumphs, Navigating Life in Ancient Times. Life in ancient Israel was not without its challenges. The daily grind was a constant battle for survival, with each day presenting new obstacles to overcome. Disease, famine, and conflict were ever-present threats. Infant mortality was high and life expectancy was short. The harsh realities of ancient life meant that every day was a struggle to stay alive. The absence of modern medicine meant even minor illnesses could prove fatal. People relied on herbal remedies and primitive medical tools, which were often ineffective against serious ailments. Yet amidst these hardships, people found reasons to celebrate. They cherished the moments of joy and togetherness, which provided a much-needed respite from their daily struggles. Weddings, births, and religious festivals brought joy and community togetherness. These events were not just celebrations but also a way to strengthen social bonds and reinforce cultural traditions. Stories, songs, and dances provided entertainment and a means of preserving cultural heritage. Through storytelling, they passed down wisdom and lessons from one generation to the next. Resilience, faith, and a strong sense of community helped people navigate the uncertainties of their time. Community gatherings, prayers, and market scenes were integral parts of daily life, fostering a sense of belonging and mutual support. Section 9. A Legacy Endures, the Enduring Impact of Ancient Life. Though millennia have passed, the lives of ordinary people in ancient Israel continue to resonate. Their daily routines, their community structures, and their spiritual practices have left an indelible mark on history. Their stories, preserved in religious texts and archaeological discoveries, offer a glimpse into a world both familiar and profoundly different from our own. These artifacts and writings provide invaluable insights into their social norms, economic activities, and religious beliefs. We see reflections of our own humanity in their daily struggles, their joys, their faith, and their enduring spirit. The way they cultivated their lands, raised their families, and traded in bustling markets mirrors many aspects of our contemporary lives. Understanding their lives enhances our appreciation for the historical and cultural forces that have shaped our world. By studying their achievements and challenges, we gain a deeper understanding of the evolution of human society and the interconnectedness of our global heritage. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of human resilience and the timeless search for meaning in a complex and ever-changing world. The legacy of ancient Israel is not just a chapter in history books. It is a living testament to the enduring spirit of humanity, inspiring us to reflect on our own lives and the legacy we will leave behind.